Hello, welcome to some more Arms Ranked. We've got some good ones today. We're facing Shrimp, as well as Shrimps, as well as Gormagala, and some other good players. So let's start off with Shrimp. Unfortunately, there was a bit of lag this match. I don't see many Misongo players. This one was rank 15, if I remember correctly. So they put on the red mask, which is a wise decision because it'll basically negate the nade. But since I'm noticing they keep throwing out both their arms, I was able to seal a grab on them by jumping over their grounded Scorpios. However, they're really taking advantage of the lag, but also the fact that I'm sort of stationary whenever I'm punching, so they can get 2 poison hits, even if they're super armored. I didn't notice, I thought they were both going out at the same time, but I guess not. Anyway, I'm able to land the rush on them, although they do get some hits. One good thing though about the rushes is when you rush, it'll cancel any status effects besides like electricity or something. Like, if you're frozen, you'll be unfrozen. If you're poisoned, you'll be unpoisoned. Actually, I don't know about blind, but you'll probably be unblinded as well. Really, though, I think he's playing the distance game because it's really the most guaranteed way of getting a mask. And I'm not approaching just because I don't like the Scorpios. But I noticed there's not a lot of time left, so I've really just gotta survive. If he was able to land a rush on me, he probably would have won, but I'm able to finish him off before he can do that. So he switches to Scullies, which I was pretty scared of because of the lag, but I don't think they actually gave me too much trouble. Of course, this is from memories last night. I go ahead and rush him because he jumps and dashes, so he's out of options, but I'm unfortunately not able to get the combo. His rush doesn't quite reach me in time, and I'm able to block. But, yeah, he misses the grab, then I miss the grab, and he's able to poke me twice. Another thing he's doing a lot, he's gotten pretty sufficient at using the pillar, which is a very key tool for Misongo players. So, I think a few times in here, I try and grab him because he keeps shielding to get the pillar out. But I don't think I'm actually able to land one just because of the distance. And I have no idea how I was able to block that besides lag. Or maybe the Scullies really do just come back that fast. I'm expecting a rush, but he does the smart thing and he grabs. One thing I'm still kind of unsure of how to do is, against the novice or even like players with my skill level, we don't really know how to do those continuous chain grabs where you use your rush to force your opponent to block and then just grab them again and again. But I'm not really sure how to deal with that, to be honest. Anyway, next up is Gormagala, and I'm not sure why he went the double Slapamander, but it almost didn't work out for him. Anyway, I'm using the Hydra and Slamamander because they generally seem to do well against Helix. Not able to get the combo. And what I'm doing is, because his arms go out so wide, he's able to get a grab, but I don't think they really gave me too much trouble of dodging compared to the toasters he uses later on. I am able to get the Yabuki on him though, and get his health down to pretty much nothing, but he does make a comeback. If I were moving there, I might have been able to hit him, but alas. And he rushes, and man, that was good. I was expecting that at least I'd be able to retreat or like shield before his arms came back, but he's able to finish me off. Now he switches to toasters, which is a smart decision. Especially with toasters, I'm not really sure exactly what to do about them because they just keep coming and coming, so there's not really any downtime in between to hit him in. And if you just keep blocking, he's just going to build up rush. And if you try and dodge, you'll dodge one but get hit by the next. If you try to attack, unless you have like a heavy arm or a clapback or something, you're not really going to be able to do anything about it because they just keep coming. It's like an endless stream. And I thought I'd be able to hit him with the rush there before his hit me, but unfortunately the toaster rush was too fast for my Slamamander and went through my Hydra. Next round we went to Temple Grounds, which is an even better stage for Helix because it's a lot bigger. It sticks with the double toasters if I remember correctly. I decided to try and take advantage of the pillars, but it doesn't really seem to be working out for me because caught between two pillars there's nowhere to go but forward and back. So I'm trying to be a little bit more defensive here, like a little more evasive, and I shield some more too. Luckily for me, the pillar saves me and I'm able to block his rush, else it might have been the end for me. Really though, against him, I'm just glad I didn't get perfected. Oh yeah, I switched to double Hydra because Slamamander doesn't really seem to be doing anything for me, and I just go ahead and switch to double Hydras because, well, maybe their speed will at least be able to win it out in the end. Also, I wasn't really sure what to do in that circumstance. Like, if I were to do literally anything, he could have rushed and beat all my options out. Maybe if I had briefly unshielded and then shielded again, he would have fallen for it. I don't know though, he can read minds, honestly. I go ahead and rush, and I'm able to land it, to my surprise actually. But I don't get that little grab combo. He tries to grab, and I just have a little sliver of health left, so pretty much anything will finish me off, and there's the het. So good game. Next is Hi. They were rank 9, no, they were rank 20. And they were using Min. I don't really see a lot of Min-Mins, but maybe I'm just not running into them. They're using Chillas, which I think is kind of on the rise for Min players. I don't like this stage because of the pillars, but I don't like it against Min because she gets a free charge. And against the skilled Min player, if they use their charge effectively, you almost could have no opportunities to knock them down, which made this a really far uphill battle for me. Not to mention, I have got wind, but it keeps hitting the pillars, and it's also just hard to land because she's got a curving arm as well. I am able to predict the rush, but she gets the shield break, so she did, combined with chip damage, probably did at least like 80 damage. I was expecting some sort of reaction, but they didn't do anything. I'm finally able to knock her out of the dragon arm, but it doesn't really work out because they just get it right back from one knockdown. I haven't thought about this too much, but sometimes I've wondered why Springtron and Max Brass's buffs only have a limited time of lasting, while Min and Masongo's last until you knock them down. Or in Masongo's case, he gets rid of it intentionally. It was a smart move. I'm able to land the rush, but Hydra misses twice before I finally hit it. Oh yeah, I switched to Hydra just because I thought, again, the speed and the fire might be a good counter, but the Chilla is just so big that it plows right through it. It's like almost like a buff or a bub. And I also got this win to anything combo down pretty well. I managed to shield part of it, but they break it. I rush there, but I miss. And then they're able to get a finishing blow on me. Not able to trade, unfortunately. Good game. Next is Campler. We go to my other favorite stage, Cinema Do. And he or she is using combo. I've only seen this combo 2 other times. Once is from Gabby Cats, another time it's from just another random Mechanica player, but I'm wondering if other Mechanicas see her play and get inspired to try out her combo, or if this just happens to be a really good Mechanica combo. Anyway, the 2 arms I chose, they don't, really none of the arms I have in my set work on this stage very well, but I decided to go ahead and use the Funchuckin' Slapamander because the nade isn't too great on Mechanica. Besides its rush, maybe. Really though, I think I'm just getting a lot of lucky hits with the Slamamander, which is allowing me to take the lead. And the clapback on this stage is not the best either. And had they rushed a little bit earlier, they would have won that out, but one of my arms, I'm not sure which one, was able to reach them before they did. I switched to double Slamamander because I figure the wind element would be good against them, as well as getting around the clapback, but they switched to the Birdchuck. And also the Slamamander doesn't have a lot of vertical hits to it, or doesn't have a big vertical hitbox, so it's really hard to hit her because she keeps jumping everywhere, and combined with the cars. Anyway, they're just keeping me back, which smart. The Slamamander isn't bad, but it's a lot better at mid to close range in my opinion, at least the way I play it. Not to mention I'm not getting a whole lot of time to charge these hits up. I'm back. I'm down to a sliver of health. I'm not actually I can't remember what I was doing here, or whether or not I used the rush, but trying to keep them away or keep them close, because why not go for it? Like, they probably don't want to waste their rush on just a sliver of health either. I go ahead and put the Funchuck back on for its verticality, as well as it's good for knocking down those pesky revolvers, which are good at slipping through stuff. Looks like the cameraman's looking at me. They're able to land a rush on me, but doesn't activate its full potential because the revolver misses me. So that's unfortunate for them. I've been punched, you heard the sound effect, but the startup was too long and I wasn't able to break that grab. Oh, that's another annoying thing about playing a heavyweight, is how the super armor kind of works when you're iced even, so you can get shocked when you're iced. Alright, does that apply for everyone? I don't know. But I notice I'm in the lead, and they've almost got their rush charged up. That was a very risky grab, and it did not pay off for them. Gave me a free rush, and I was able to take the game, so good game. Next, there were just some party matches. But after that, we go up against Scrimps. This was a pretty great match, in my opinion at least. Same with Gore, I go with the Hydra and Slamamander. The one Hydra shot reflects off the clapback. If there's one interesting thing I've noticed about this stage and cinema is, for whatever reason, I always underestimate how large it is. Like, for some reason, the other player on this stage in Cinema, they always look like they're in the range that you can hit them, but they're not quite. And I'm not sure why that is. I'm able to get a combo on him. And also, I rush, but it doesn't, or it kind of hits, but not really. And one thing as a Mechanica player that I really hate is the Tri-Blast. Even though the super armor is makes it not effective, or not as effective, it is a real nuisance to deal with because it pushes you back and it's fast and has 2 hits, so you can just rack up a ton of unnecessary damage from it just by getting hit by it over and over again. The only way I think of to deal with it is either to jump or to knock it down when it's charged, because all 3 shots get knocked down when it's charged. I'm able to get a KO though in the last 12 seconds. He switches to double fun chucks, and I went ahead and applied the nade because the clapback seems to really be just negating the Hydra or sending it right back at me. Anyway, I'm able to block the rush. That kind of looked weird. And I thought I had the second round in the bag at this point, but I think he might have changed his playstyle up a bit because he was able to make a pretty good comeback. So I thought I was going to land that rush by taking advantage of his dodge, but he was able to stun me, which allowed him enough time to get back on the ground and block. So that was good, even if I don't know if it was intentional or not. And then he gets these grabs, and this is again when I just don't even know what to do when this happens. Like any of my other options besides blocking would be beaten out by a rush, and then he just grabs. An exploding fist might be able to deal with it though, and had that hit I would have been able to win the whole game. And that grab was really awkward. I even thought I dodged that. But he's able to finish me off with a single stun fun chuck punch. So he switches back to the Tri-Blast and clapback. Not exactly sure why, but it worked out for him. Really pestering me with these charged Tri-Blast shots. Helix Tower Mode has permacharge, which can become really annoying when it comes to dealing with arms like this. Or really any arm, because most arms are better when charged. He's able to duck under the rush, which, as well as combined with the camera motion, I'm expecting a grab, so I was planning on using that solid block to break the grab, but I was able to like get above it and not hit the block when he grabs. I'm able to slap him a few times, but another interesting thing he does is he sort of just stays back in these last 30 seconds, and I'm not able to really get a hit on him. I should be paying more attention to the time, but I don't even realize how little time I've got left, because he's got the lead, as well as just has to stick around for 20 more seconds. And then I notice that it's 10 seconds left, and I try and charge in hopes of like landing a rush or something on him. But he's able to get all these explosive hits. I just try to avoid the rush though, so I don't at least get KO'd. But anyway, that was the match. Good game. The last match is against Kenneth. Unfortunately, there was also a bit of lag in this one. So Kenneth's strategy seems to be throw with the bird chuck to freeze you and then do something. whether it be grabs or refreezing you. Interesting thing about, well, that was weird looking, about this strategy though is if he freezes me punching will either trade or block a grab. So if I'm able to hit the bird chuck, that was unfortunate, he was able to dodge. But if I'm able to hit the bird chuck while frozen, then he's out of options. I go ahead and block that. These knockdowns onto the springs look really weird. I think lag might have actually helped me there though, because I'm able to... he doesn't rush for a second or something, so I'm able to block it. I get the Ibuki combo here. I almost miss it, but I don't, so that's good. I noticed that there's not a lot of time left, so I just try and stall by using the springs. I guess this is why the stage isn't tournament legal, because someone might be able to just get a couple hits in and then stall for the rest of the game. I once fought a Ninjara player who just jumped on the springs and shot parasols the entire time, which is just not fun at all to play against. I'm able to get a second Ibuki combo here off the nade hit, which is unusual. I don't usually get them off those. Also, apparently the springs are pretty good at shutting down the Slamamander. Didn't realize that. Kind of a late shot. I'm wondering if that was the effects of lag or if he really just timed it that poorly. Or both. One convenient thing about explosions in ice is that explosions can thaw you out. I'm able to finish him off with a third Ibuki combo. So if you get frozen, the explosion could thaw you out. Or I think fire also thaws you out, so if you're in a team battle, your teammate could hit you with their fire fist and thaw you out without actually dealing damage. But anyway, good game to Kenneth, and I forgot if I said good game to Shrimp, but good game to Shrimp too. So that concludes this episode. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.